There we are.
Oh, there we are.
Yeah, look at that.
On our
Beautiful.
last show of the season.
Last show of the season. And we are out here at Niche Wine Lounge on location.
We are.
And it is
every Monday night.
Which means
well, not
it's
every Monday night.
That's right. We won't be here next week because this is the final
It's our
episode.
1 day of PTO that Maverick is giving us.
That's right.
We really need to form a union.
It is our it is our one
the pay
day off
sucks
of the season.
too.
That's right. That's right. We're getting there. We're getting there. Thanks to our patrons out there. Patreon.com/the Maverick Rose Music Hour. How are you guys doing? I'm Maverick. This is Darcy. That's Jim. We're doing everything. Hope
I'm good.
everybody's
You
hope
good,
everybody's
Jim?
well out there.
Usual.
Jim's tired. Jim's
usual.
tired.
Hey, it was quite the weekend.
Yeah.
You guys played a lot.
We played three shows. We did about 10 hours of music in 3 days.
And you guys don't
And
take breaks when you play.
We don't. And the last one was 4 hours straight in the heat outside. So
That's miserable.
quite interesting. Jim and I had a very interesting weekend. So if you're playing at home, anytime you hear Jim and I along with the bell ring,
Sorry, I'm
that's
just
your
watching the
opportunity.
goings on over here.
That's your
Oh my
opportunity.
God, do you guys feel so much better?
That's your
Marty and
opportunity.
Bill's seats were taken, and oh my God.
Things were not right with the world.
No.
All right.
Marty was so out of sorts, and Bill, I guess you were too.
I didn't know what to do with my hands.
Hey, Zen, we see you out there, man.
So you gave those patrons dirty looks until they left, right?
I mean, that is usually how
You
that
guys
works,
just
yeah.
jumped on those chairs.
But as I was saying, if you hear Gemini, that's your opportunity to drink, whether it is water or tea or soda or alcohol, beer, whatever you got with
Or
you.
a wine glass
You drink
with
all
ice
that
and
stuff.
water.
Alcohol or beer, any type of beverages, that whatever you
Do you
got.
know they make non-alcoholic White Claws? I just found that out.
It's just a Red Bull at that point, right? like
I thought that was strange myself. Yes.
Zimbaz says, sip, sip. Hope the Woodman's drinking over there.
When is he not?
When is he not? All right. So, Darcy, we do a little feature each week, and it's called Looking at Lyrics. Darcy's got our lyrics tonight. What are we looking at?
So this is our last show of the season,
It
and
is.
I don't want to bring it down, but I thought this was a very poignant lyric, considering I know a lot of people lately who have gone through stuff. So I'm going to read it because I can't sing it. So I'm not your son. You're not my father. We're just two grown men saying goodbye. No need to forgive. No need to forget. I know your mistakes and you know mine. And while you're sleeping, I'll try to make you proud. So, Daddy, won't you just close your eyes? Don't be afraid. It's my turn to chase the monsters away.
Whew. Who is that?
You don't know?
I don't.
James Blunt, Monsters.
Oh, wow.
And it's an amazing video. He's with his dad.
Does he kill him in his sleep? That's what it sounds like.
Jim is on fire, y'all. Look out. He's tired and there's nowhere to go. He's just going to be all punches all night.
No, he sings it to his father in the video. And it's
right.
really sweet.
I
And-
love James Blunt.
And
man.
there is a
Fantastic
lot
artist.
of that kind of, I've known
Fantastic
too many
artist.
people who've lost somebody very special and parental and family. And I don't want to bring it down, but I thought that was
That's poignant.
such a great
That's
great
good.
tribute.
We have we've all taken a lot of L's lately. So.
Yes, we have. But what a great way to honor.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that.
It was
It's
good,
beautiful.
except for the blunt part.
Oh my god.
Have you not heard that song?
Okay.
No. Hey.
I don't think he even knows who James Blunt is.
Do you know who
James Blunt?
I've heard the name.
James Blunt was actually a tank driver for the British military.
Oh, yeah. Now I know.
Not this James Blunt.
Yes, the musician.
Oh, he was?
He was.
He's not that old.
He is though.
Is he?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's in his 40s.
Get out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. No, but it's old enough to drive a tank and then still have a music career after.
What else
So,
does he sing?
You're beautiful.
That is
You're
him.
beautiful.
Okay. Do you know that song?
It's true.
Yeah.
You hate that song, don't you?
So, what, he drove a tank in like a parade or something?
No, he was literally trained in the British forces in the military. I don't remember if he got deployed to Afghanistan or Iraq, somewhere like that. But yeah,
looks really young. Wow.
literally drove a tank in the military. And then when he got out, he was like, "I'm done fighting. It's time to write sad songs."
Make love, not war.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So-
Well, that is a beautiful song. As sad as it is.
It is.
It's
No,
just-
he's-
and
he's
it's
a-
a really, really,
What's
really
it called?
Fantastic song. Monsters.
Oh. He killed him.
Woo, Jim is spicy
Wait for it to
tonight,
take an
baby.
even darker turn.
Jim is spicy. Well, I know who's
I
not
like
going to
when
take us
Jim's
on a darker
spicer.
turn because he would never do us like that. And that is our wonderful partner in crime, We got Marty over here from Rescue Wood Rehab. Bud in the background behind him. There's
We got
Bud.
There's
Bud right
Bud.
there,
Yeah.
He's waiting on me to go take a walk.
Yeah, man.
Hey Maverick, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Hello, my love. How are you?
Hello.
I'm good.
I get greeted first.
You always get greeted.
Yeah. And
Oh, Bud's other mom just came in.
yeah,
Look
he's
out.
getting a treat now.
Hi, Laura.
And so really I want to have a conversation with Jim because I think he would understand this more.
Yeah.
So I went and got a haircut today.
I don't get it.
So here's my story. This is a great story. So
And you're sticking to it.
I'm getting a haircut, and she says, "Hey, can I get your eyebrows?" Yeah, absolutely.
No,
and
they're mine.
my thing is, you know, if you're going to get the eyebrows and any other stray hairs you see, go
I
ahead.
did not know you get your eyebrows
Go for
done.
it. Oh, absolutely. You do a little trim, you
This
know.
is
Whatever.
news to
yeah,
me.
absolutely. So she does the left eyebrow, and then she cuts the rest of my hair. Never touched the right eyebrow. So the whole time during the haircut, I'm thinking, I got a right
little tick
eyebrow. I
going?
feel like my right eyebrow's heavier the
Did you
entire
ask
time.
her to do your right eyebrow?
So at the end, she worked around my head, clipped the top of my hair, and then finished up with the right eyebrow. It was the weirdest thing ever, right? But the whole time I'm thinking, I got, this eyebrow is going to bother me all night. And I was like, I'm going to show up to the podcast and I'm going to have a big eyebrow.
So
Is that as disturbing as someone taking your seat here at the niche?
no, nothing is disturbing as that.
No, that was out. It's actually awful when somebody takes
He
my
was
seat.
so
here
out
at
of
the niche.
sorts.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, I feel like that might be very similar. My mom always taught me growing up, you go to the furthest point in the house, you clean from the furthest point to whatever point you're trying to go to. It's like maybe she started on the one side of your head to work her way around.
It was the oddest
She
thing,
had a
but she
plan.
did catch the eyebrow, so they look fairly even, I think. But yeah, a little trim on the eyebrow never hurts. You got to do those things.
So I thought that was for Jim. Why was that for
Well,
Jim?
because Jim is probably the last man to have a haircut here from a barber.
Oh,
There it is. I mean, look, I'm not getting any haircuts.
yeah, Maverick's not getting any haircuts.
I
You
trim
go.
my own eyeyebrows
You trim your own eyebrows
and my nostril hair.
Oh yeah,
Hey, there you go.
The older you get, the hair just grows out of everything. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, something to look
Manscaped.
forward to for you, Maverick.
That's right. Hey,
Yeah.
I dig it. Well, that's the thing that scares me is I see pictures of Jim when he was my age and he had hair down to like his waist. I mean, the dude was like a real rocker.
ooh, do you have pictures?
And I mean, he's still a real rocker, but
yeah.
there's something about like if you don't have the hair to go with it,
Yeah, if you're looking for
it's
pictures,
a whole
at
different vibe.
JimSpilios.com.
I've been
that's
on
right.
it, but
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
gotta-
I've been on it.
There's
but I
There's
don't
pictures
one
out
of the
there.
band.
But I'll tell
I don't
you,
remember
Jim
it,
Jim
but
does
I've been
the most convincing Anton LaVey at Halloween time that I've ever seen.
Who's Anton
Oh,
LaVey?
yeah.
The head of the Church of Satan,
Okay.
the founder of the Church of
There's a
Satan.
Church
Yeah.
of Satan.
Yes, that's a whole different. This is not a religious podcast, so we'll get right back to the music here shortly.
I went to a party dressed all black with the Anton LaVey Necronomicon in my back pocket.
Yeah,
And nobody knew who I was doing. One girl came up to me and said, "Are you doing Anton LaVey?" That was the girl. For me.
that was your girl. That's the one, man. That was the
Did
one.
you sell her a black T-shirt?
That's right. Jim's gonna have merch coming up soon over at Jim's.
Yeah, merch is going to be. Jim's going to sell black T-shirts.
That's
So-
what we're trying to convince them to do. Yeah.
So since this is the last episode of season 2, and you and Ted have so kindly agreed to let us continue on to season 3, along with our patrons who continue to support us here at the Maverick Rose Music Hour. So we're very thankful to all of you. Do you have a favorite moment from this season? Was there something that really stuck out to you that you? I'm fond of when you weren't here and Ellie was.
Yeah,
Like,
no, my daughter
to
definitely
fill
stepped
in.
in and made it better. Yeah, no, I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah.
No, I think every Monday's great, and
Yeah.
the conversation always goes in a different direction than you expect. And
As it should.
hey, it doesn't all have to be about music, but isn't music about everything?
That's nice, man.
Oh,
Nice.
There's the quote of the night.
Everybody needs to
Did
go
you
out there and
rehearse
rescue wood
that?
rehab where it's more than wood. It's an
you'll find that
experience,
quote out there on YouTube and Facebook and
That's
everywhere
right.
you find
Patreon.com. That's
Maverick
right.
Rose Music. So
put that in
hey,
the song.
you guys have a great show. The Maverick Rose
Thanks.
Music Hour brought to you by Rescue Wood Rehab. You got one more thing.
One more
me,
thing
don't
before you go. So this beautiful table here that doesn't belong to us. This is Darcy lent it to us for this season. But we're gonna have
somebody carved in it.
we're gonna
They did. Oh, I know a guy who can sand.
there.
we're gonna have an official table for next season for the season 3
Another
tables
table.
coming.
Yeah, another
So
table.
we're
We'll
gonna-
just rotate tables
the-
every season. That'll be
the
fun.
I was gonna say
Yeah,
the pleasure
yeah,
of having
yeah.
a wood band that's
Yeah.
that's looking.
We'll
out
get you on the table.
All right, thank you, my
I
friend.
do have to go because Bud needs a walk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
we'll
he's-
get you.
he's
you guys,
coming up to
you guys
me.
have a good time. Yep.
Okay,
All right, we'll catch up with you a little later, man. Thank you.
Take
All right, so we'll keep things moving right along. Jim, it's half price wine because it's Monday. What's
Well, that's good.
you got half a wine this week? Is that what I was
A little
hearing
wine?
earlier?
I didn't have
Little
one,
wine for
but
us?
one kind of occurred to me. It's a very obvious one. I'll tie it into my one-hit wonder, which is going to be next.
Yeah.
It's people using their phones for everything. Like when I'm in a restaurant and there's a family sitting there, mother, daughter, father, son, and they're all looking at their phones.
That is annoying.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I don't like that either. That's how
No.
most people are watching us right now. So we'll see you guys
At
later.
restaurants
Yeah.
or in the bathroom.
That's right.
So I was gonna write, a few notes about my one-hit wonder.
Yep.
Then I thought, why not make everyone feel comfortable and do what everyone else does and just read it off the phone?
That's what I do.
no.
Oh, does that
no.
annoy you that I do that?
No,
No,
it's the way of the world.
It is the way of the world.
it's fast and easy,
and,
right?
And why waste my time writing it down?
It's a lost. It's a lost art.
So we won't see Jim with notes anymore.
They don't
He's
even
just-
teach
that's
kids
just gonna be on
cursive
his phone.
anymore.
Although I can edit it, but
Yeah, they're not teaching. Yeah, they're not learning, right? Well, when do they learn to print?
Kindergarten.
And they don't do cursive at all, right? No. How do they sign their names?
With an X.
Well,
Yeah. Yes, please. So that everyone.
Bill's
can
our
hear.
expert because he has the young kids.
I have
That's
the
right.
young kids.
Hey, Bill. This is our friend Boston Bill. He's got the right T-shirt on too, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
good stuff.
So my daughter, who went to a Montessori school, she learned cursive.
oh,
My other daughter, who went to more of a charter public school type thing, she did not learn cursive. She doesn't know anything about signatures. But I'm guessing in the future, it's all going to be e-sign. They're going to do it
That's
all.
true.
They're all
Wow.
going to
Use
do
your
it there.
thumbprint or face recognition or whatever. Yeah.
And so when I was in college, I engineer major, so I had to take an English class, one English class. So I took this English class, and I turned in this paper, and I had missed a class, so I didn't really care about English too much. And the professor said, no, it has to be in cursive longhand. All papers in
The
my
whole
class,
thing?
all papers in my class are in cursive because that's the more elegant way to write. And I said, this is 2003, 2002. That's not going to be a thing. Do you really feel like this is important for us to learn?
I just learned that Bill and I are the same age. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
oh
sorry.
yeah, you
go
guys
ahead.
are. That's true.
And so
We
she
were in
said
school at the
yes.
same time anyway.
We're way older than you
She
guys.
said, yes, this is how I teach my class. And I said, okay, I'm dropping your class. I did not trust her from that point on because she does not have an eye to the future. So how can she teach me anything?
Well, obviously she couldn't.
She's not a history teacher, so what do I care about
That's-
cursive?
Screw her.
Anyway, that's
Yeah.
what I know about cursive.
All
Nice.
right.
There you go.
Well, yeah, my cursive.
See, you get more than just music here. We're
I
informative.
actually like the more than music
No, I
stuff
like it.
because
It's
I
good.
think that's interesting.
It's important.
Although we
Hey-
just totally got
hey,
off
Jim.
track on
Yeah.
Jim.
Sparrow here in the YouTube chat says, just popped over to Jim's gallery. Warren DeMartini modeled his look after Master Cylinder.
Warren DeMartini.
That's right.
Who's
I
that?
don't know who that is.
He doesn't know who that is.
Do you?
I honestly, I can't say that I do.
Spiro, tell us who it is.
That's right. Oh, Sinbad is laughing in the chat. Nice.
Sorry to let you down, Spiro, but
I'm trying to have my look modeled after Doug Dimmadome
don't know him either.
of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Dimsdale.
I think you guys are just making that up.
All right.
Dimsdale.
All right,
So-
Jim.
That's from Monty Python.
Oh, totally over my head then. Most stuff here is.
All right. So my
Zin says more than music. Wait, we get music here? Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Sparrow says Rats guitarist. Yeah.
okay.
I was drawing
Thank
a blank.
you.
Yep. That makes sense.
Still don't know him.
You
That's not a
I've
surprise
heard of
for
rat.
me.
better come up out of the cellar then.
With two
Yeah.
T's.
Yeah.
Rat with two T's.
Yeah, rat with two T's. That's right.
I'm sure they earn both of them too.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh.
So we at my one-hit wonder
Yes.
is I Fought the Law by the Bobby Fuller Four.
The Clash, right?
Wait,
I fought the
we
law.
were talking about that before this. Was that what you were going to do anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was already on.
And I said it?
That's just
Oh, we're so in sync.
That's right.
Written by Sonny Curtis
ba.
of the Crickets, which was Buddy Holly's band. But they recorded it in 1960, but Buddy never recorded it with them. When did he die? It was shortly thereafter. So the Bobby Fuller Four is the version I'm talking about, 1965. And this has been covered by a lot of other people. The Clash think they did a good one.
Yeah.
You know, they snarl
The
a
Clash
little with
did it?
their
Oh yeah.
semi-accent,
Don't
and
know that one.
the Dead Kennedys did it. Tom Petty used to do it live. Bruce Springsteen used to do it. Green Day did it. So, and as a possible topic for next year, because I looked up.
Ooh, let's make it fun.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
I need to
not
think of
fun. It's
something.
more like that Monster in the Night thing you were talking about.
What is it?
Bobby
You want
Fuller.
to talk about dead musicians?
Well, I thought Bobby Fuller was maybe going to be the new Buddy Holly, but let's see. They found him in his car when he was 24 years old. Officially
Dead?
changed
He
from
hadn't noticed that the light had changed.
officially changed from suicide to accident, but he died of
Demonetized.
What was it? Gas inhalation or something. Anyway, it was suspicious, and there were mob people and maybe
Oh.
involved and stuff. So,
Yeah.
Who was
so-
he with?
the Bobby Fuller 4 was the name of the band.
Oh.
Yeah.
And Sam Cooke got shot somewhere around the same time in mysterious circumstances. So
true.
there's a lot of weird stuff that went on. But the
The
song,
60s
the Bobby
was a
Fuller 4,
wild time.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was.
Like things are wild now, but they were wild then too. So
And,
So I want to go back to the fact that I brought up I Fought the Law and Law One before we came on air. And
divine providence.
isn't that weird?
what,
Yep.
you brought it up
Didn't we bring
Yeah,
it away?
she was literally talking about it, and
because
can't-
I brought it up.
that's how that works.
You did?
I thought we were talking.
No, we were talking about something. I said I something the law and the law one. I couldn't remember
Yeah,
what
she
it was.
did say that,
Okay.
and then you were like, the
And I
title
said-
of the song is "I Fought the Law."
Not as good as
And
the
you said
authority.
it's not as good
song,
as the Authority song, which
Which
was
is-
John Cougar Mellencamp's.
which
He,
is sarcasm.
he wanted to write "I Fought the Law" and the Law One, but it already existed. So he said, "I'm going to rewrite it the way that I would."
And what song is that?
The Authority song. I fought
Yeah.
authority, thought it
I like it.
always
John
win.
Cougar Mellencamp, hard
Demonetized.
fail. Hard
No,
fail.
love him, love him,
Jim
love
doesn't.
him.
Jim's
love
not
him.
a fan of
Jim doesn't like anything I like.
John Cougar Melonhead. He calls him.
Yeah, I know. He did earlier. Yeah. He's very good. Maybe we'll do a whole show on him.
So
There you
we
go.
will play "I
Deep
Fought
dive
the
on
Law"
that.
in the
Like
radio
your
show
dress. Yeah.
later.
That's what's up. Hi there.
Why are they laughing at that?
I don't know.
So there's Meredith. She had a birthday here.
Saturday night.
Saturday.
She said it's over.
Actually, it's Thursday is the official.
Oh, she hasn't had it yet.
No, officially it's Thursday.
Oh,
All right.
So it's not over.
It's not over.
It ain't over till it's over,
It's a
babe.
birthday week.
It is a birthday week.
She'll never get on camera to say hello ever.
I know.
Ever.
She's shy.
She is shy.
Did she leave?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, did she?
She said, "Stop talking about you." Stop
she
talking
just
about her.
walked right out.
No, I think she went out to the beautiful patio that we
The
have
awesome
here at Niche
patio.
Wine Lounge. We are on location at Niche Wine Lounge in beautiful Holly Springs, North Carolina. Should come out. We do live entertainment 6 nights a week. Tomorrow night on Tuesdays we do open mic.
Oh, remember lyrics last week?
Yes,
Just two interesting
That's right.
notes.
You were gonna make
Yeah. So
So this has nothing to do with that topic, but I was watching CBS Sunday Morning yesterday, and they were interviewing Bruce Springsteen,
yeah.
and the record he wants to be remembered for. Guess which one it is?
What's that?
Guess.
The River.
well, he took 6 months on Born to Run. I hope it's not that one.
Nebraska.
Oh,
He
You mean,
considered.
you
He
mean
considered
the album or the song?
the album.
Oh,
He
Nice.
considers that his claim
yeah.
right there.
It's
I
like-
could
It was
see
very-
it.
it was
Yeah,
very
I could see
interesting.
that. I mean, Nebraska is brilliant.
Yeah,
It's like listening to one long song.
kinda. But that's how that's the album and music he wants to be remembered for.
All right, we'll remember it, Bruce.
They went back to his
That's
bedroom
good.
where he wrote it and everything.
I'll remember Darkness on the Edge of Town more fondly.
Yeah.
Also good.
I don't think it was his most popular album.
No, I hated his most popular, Born in the USA.
And that was cut from Nebraska. That was supposed to be on Nebraska and it got
Really?
cut. Yep. Learned that all yesterday on CBS Sunday Morning.
This is awesome. Like we're not even deep diving into Bruce, but we kind of are a little bit.
Well,
I dig it.
you know, I
That's good.
get my news from TV.
There you go. There you go.
There's a darkness on the edge of town. All right.
All right. Well, I think that brings us to our deep dive. Our deep dive tonight is a super secret mystery. I haven't told.
No,
anyone.
you have not.
No one knows.
Usually you tell
So,
us.
Well, and usually I'm able to do a little more research. It's something that's near and dear to my heart. And believe me, this is near and dear to my heart. Tonight, we're going to talk about the master cylinder.
Ooh.
Because we've got him here, so I can ask him about
I don't know anything about
Yeah,
No.
I can ask all about the band and the origins.
He kept it a secret.
We're going to do a deep dive into master cylinder. So,
All right.
I just found out, right before.
So take
That's how
us
secret
take
it
us to
was.
the beginning, Jim. So for those of you that don't know, go over to jimspilios.com. A lot of the information and certainly a lot of the music for Master Cylinder is there. It's the greatest band. I don't want to say the greatest band that never was, because you guys were, but it's the greatest band you've never heard of. They basically wrote the music of the 70s and the 80s. Over 100 songs there on your website.
Yeah.
A
Interesting-
storied career,
interesting
10
songs.
albums. 10 albums, 100 songs, kind of perfect stuff. Take us to the origin. What was the year? Where did we start, Jim?
Well, let's see. I graduated in 1970. I didn't want to go to college, so I said, "Oh, okay. How can I make money?" I said,
Same.
Well, let's good.
It's a common theme.
So I started writing songs and realized I could. Now I had friends who were really good musicians,
Yeah.
but I was the only one who was prolific at writing songs. So I was able to hook up with some of them. And one of the first songs
Did you
I
sing?
wrote.
Did you always sing?
Yeah, I wasn't very good back then either.
How do you know?
People told me.
When he tried to pick up the girl at the Halloween party or whatever, when he was dressed
When
up
she
as
thought he was somebody else.
he she was like, "No, I've heard you sing."
I got to go.
What I love about this story is it's basically a Rolling Stones song. He said, "What can a poor boy do? Sang for a rock and roll band." That's lyrics from Street Fighting Man. by the
So
way,
I made a 5-song demo in the basement at my parents' home, and it was on reel to reel. That's how long ago that was. That was 1972. That was the
A
only
long time ago.
the only form of recording there was back then, reel to reel. And I took it to New York City and walked in and out of all the record companies. And they wanted me to leave it with them, but it was the only copy. So I said, "No, you'll regret this."
sign us now or there's no deal.
So then there was no way for them to hear you.
So, well, in RCA, I was at the desk talking to the girl, and I was getting the same story. And this distinguished-looking gentleman off to the side I was with my cousin. We both had long hair and everything. He walked over. "Oh, what's going on here?" And the lady explained to them. Said, "Oh, let me give you a call upstairs." And he called Bob Ring, who was the head of A&R at RCA in '72, who worked with Bowie and Lou Reed and blah blah Kinks and whoever was with RCA. And so we went up however many floors, and we went
They
to
actually
the
brought
guy's
you up, huh?
office. Yeah, he was. I was 22. He was like 26. And
Young gun.
slapped it on the reel to reel, which he had in his office, and I had the lyric sheets. And he's listening, and the songs are playing, and he's going, this interests me, And he, so he said, "You guys need to tighten up, blah blah. I'm not sure about the vocals." And,
Oh, that's how he knows.
and he said, "But work with the band and call me, and when you're ready, I'll come up to New Hampshire and hear you." So we went through like 5 bass players, and it was like 3 or 4 months later, we finally called, and he wasn't there anymore.
Oh, man.
And there was no Google,
Yeah.
and I was too stupid to ask,
no.
well, where did he go? It
Yeah.
ended up he was working for the William Morris Agency, booking worldwide
Talents.
tours
Oh
for
my
everybody.
gosh.
Oh, no.
But I still thought, well, we almost made it. This should be easy. So here I am 50 years later.
Is he still alive? Maybe we can call him now.
Yeah, I've talked to him.
You have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like 76.
What is he doing now?
He's doing like holographic tour stuff or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
So he didn't remember.
Maybe he can redeem himself.
He said
now
if
to
I,
you.
he'll be glad to help if I need, whatever. But he's not, he's not going to like
Well,
take
he's
the whole
connected.
thing.
He's
Yeah.
connected.
So I sent him my website link. I don't know if you've seen it. I'll have to reach out again.
Yeah.
He was really nice on the phone.
Nice.
And
Oh, that's so sad.
so
Oh, he's got so many like snatching defeat from the jaws of victory
Yeah, we
stories
will-
where he'll get close, and we'll talk about more of that as part of the deep dive. I'm going to bring up some of that stuff, but
All
yeah,
right.
go ahead.
So the band was playing in '74. We put a real good band together. 2 of them were my cousins on guitar and drums. my cousin, the guitar player, was like as good as anyone, maybe except Hendrix, And Joe Perry used to sit in the audience watching them, So
Of Aerosmith fame.
my cousin quit after like 3 months, and the rest of the band wanted to go on, but that just took the steam out of me. He was like my right hand,
Yeah.
Why
So,
did he want to quit?
He was married. I'll leave it at that.
Ooh, boy.
That doesn't mix very well with rock and roll.
Not normally, but
Depends, yeah.
So I got a bunch of crappy jobs and moved out of town, went to another city, got in some bands, but didn't do originals. I tried doing them with a band, and I said, "You guys aren't doing it right." I just got mad at them. So after a few years, I said, all right, let's try this again. 1979, I borrowed $3,000 and went in the studio and did that 10-song demo that Maverick has heard.
It's fantastic.
Some of those songs are on the website.
I've played it for people, and they'll say, what? I've never heard these songs before. What is it? Because it sounds like something you would have heard on the radio in the late 70s, early 80s.
Well,
you're just like, wow, this is good.
Not
what is
according
this?
to 40-something record companies that sent the demo.
But I mean,
only-
really, like as soon as I heard it,
41.
it has this. The music has this strange, like it's almost like an alternate timeline. You feel like it's like because it's familiar. It's the sound that was happening, maybe a little bit ahead of its time, but it was riding that wave that's there. But it's stuff you've never heard before. So it's like discovering a new album, a new artist from that era that is as good as anything else that was going on at that time, if not better. And you're just like, whoa, this stuff is really.
So much of it is
It
luck.
hits.
Luck where
It
you
I
meet the right
appreciate
person.
that occasionally someone hears it and gets it, like Maverick, because it makes me think I'm not crazy.
Oh no, you are, but not because of that.
So I probably didn't listen to those songs for like 20 years after that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Was it
Yeah.
hurtful to listen to him? Is that why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hard
Yeah.
because it's knowing that you've got something special and not being able to get it out there.
I think
Yeah.
you should try now and see if that
Well,
guy.
he is. I mean, that was the whole point
That's
of the
the point of the
website
website.
Well, I
and
know, but
everything.
that
is
guy
getting it out there.
that could have been.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean,
But it can be anyone, so I don't know. Maybe something will happen with the website.
Yeah, go on over to jimspilios.com if you're watching
Let's
this.
spell it.
Go
We
check it
gotta
out.
spell it.
Yeah, it's
Spell it.
J. Well, Bat will put it in the chat, but it's
okay.
if you're listening on the radio or iTunes or wherever, it's JIMSPILIOS.com.
So, yeah, and I did shoot myself in the foot a lot because we should have tracked that guy down.
Demonetized.
And I should have kept playing even without my cousin and keep the master cylinder alive. And
well, you were young too.
Yeah.
You really didn't know how to handle
So
it. Right?
I'm going to shock you because I don't think you know this story. At one point, Stephen King was interested in Jim's music
Really?
well,
and was going to help him out and getting some stuff on the radio.
I ran into him a couple of times at book signings.
Yeah, just casually.
Were
ran
you
into
stalking?
Stephen
Were you
King,
stalking him?
and he-
No, when
he
I
heard
did
my
the
music
demo,
and he
I
liked
sent it. I sent it to him. Which,
Why? Why Stephen King?
Just because I liked him,
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and the music is kind of Twilight Zone-y, not music
been
wise,
good in a movie.
but
But
But the
story
content,
wise.
yeah, the content.
I didn't write love songs. I wrote like semi-horror kind of songs.
You
in a
kind of
way.
Yeah.
do, yeah.
And so I saw him at a writers' conference that I went to. He and Robert Parker were the guest artists. And I told him, I said, how you doing? Did you get that demo I sent you? Oh, yeah. He said, I listened to that while I was writing The Dead Zone. And
No way.
Yeah.
so this was after the 40 record companies turned me down.
What year was this?
81.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he said, how you making out with that? I said, all right, because I can maybe give you a hand. I got a radio station. And I just mumbled and walked away.
Oh,
That's
man.
how
I'm telling you,
smart
like,
I am.
that's how Jim does stuff. People are like, hey, I can help you. He's like, I don't need your help. I got this. Like, okay, buddy.
But I stuck him in my
I
gallery.
gotta go buy a black T-shirt.
Yeah.
If you look at the photo gallery, the celebrity corner, I got King's picture in there. And I said, is that office still open?
Yeah, right.
I know you have a day job. You're busy.
I don't think he writes much anymore. Maybe he's got time for you now.
So one,
Yeah, he's a musician.
Yeah, he's a
Does he?
musician too. Yeah, you
don't know him.
One of the things that's really interesting too about Jim is, and I want to focus on the band. The band is the point of the deep dive here. But Jim also is a fantastic screenwriter. He writes fantastic screenplays. One of which I tried. We pushed really hard to try to get it. It's pre-production. I don't know if anything will ever happen with that. But and he's got some screenplays up there on his website as well. You can read all of that. The writing process for writing a screenplay versus writing a song, similar, completely different. They're two different forms of art.
Yeah,
So
I guess I'd have to say completely different.
Okay.
I don't really think about a process much.
you just let it happen.
Yeah.
But with the screenplay, don't you have to kind of know where you're going, or does it lead you?
Partly you know where you're going, partly it leads you, and that's actually the fun part of writing.
Yeah.
When
You start out and you don't know where the journey is
you let
going.
the characters take you wherever,
Yeah.
Right.
They start to become real to you. And you kind of hate to kill someone off, but you still do it.
Yeah.
I think you get a little glee out of that.
So,
yes.
What's the most creative way you've killed somebody off?
Let's see.
This will get to know Jim's mind.
No, I don't get into the big
Oh, you don't do
flamboyant
details?
horror things. Although I actually also wrote 2 horror novels before the screenplays.
Yeah.
But those I need to rewrite, so they'll hopefully will be on the
So-
website eventually.
And I will say, I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but in Smell of Incense, the twist at the end, fantastic. Some of the best writing. I mean, I'm not super well read, but I mean, I read, and certainly in screenplays and television, movies, whatever. I mean, the twist that comes there at the end is not at all what you would expect, and it's fantastic. So everybody
Smell of
should
the
go,
Incense?
Yeah, Smell of Incense. Yeah, everybody should go check that out.
And that one's only 35 pages. The other 2 are 120 pages. Those are like full-length movies.
Yeah.
And Smell of Incense, there are 2 songs on the website related to it.
Yes.
One called Smell of Incense, which is going to be played at the end because it's set in 1979, so I wanted a punk kind of song.
Yep.
And Astro Bar, which is the 30-second commercial of a candy
It's
bar.
fantastic. Yeah.
Which I was going to ask, is there any way we can film that? Do you have the
absolutely.
ability to do that?
Yeah, we can All
right,
that'll be
cool.
easy to do. Yeah, for sure. So, do you have a favorite Master Cylinder album? Personally,
Yes,
Okay, which one?
the third one.
The third one, which is
The greatest show on earth. See, I actually wrote songs that I assumed we were going to be the biggest band in the world, and I actually wrote
from
an
that
album
perspective.
that kind of, leaned towards that.
Yeah.
It wasn't all about that. It was just kind of jokingly, nice to see you after the show. There's really nowhere else to go kind of thing. You know?
Yeah.
And it's just the songs on it. It's kind of like a Sgt. Peppery thing where it's set at a circus and there's a different, it's Jack the Ripper, Lizzie Borden, there's a jester, there's a matador, just different characters.
Yeah.
I wrote those at 21, and it's just, I don't know how I wrote songs that, to me, are that good,
Yeah.
And I'm looking, I hope I get to record that with a, George Martin would have been the ideal, but I'm thinking his son
the
could
treatment
do
it
it.
deserves. Yeah.
His son, Giles, or Giles, however you say it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. The third one's my favorite. I wrote better back then than I do,
Well, and we've talked about that. It would seem that most songwriters have a specific age where
early
they
to
write their
mid
best stuff.
20s, it
Yep.
seems like.
Yep. It's
Well, the world's
that
at your
coming of
feet
age.
then, right?
Yep.
Like you don't even know what's coming, and you're full of.
But you
know.
would think that there's also something to be said for maturity and being
Oh,
able
yeah.
to look back retrospectively. And there
There-
are some
there'll be
artists
different
that
kind of
do
songs,
that well, but
though,
they're very
right?
different kind of songs.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
I think that bulletproof era where the world is completely
It's a good way to
open
put
you.
it.
Yeah, you
That's a good way
feel
to put it.
you feel like nothing can break you, nothing can take you down, and that's where you write that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think the brain is wired differently when you're younger, too,
Which is why Jim in particular hates when people do songs as rock stars complaining about how hard it is to be a rock star, because he's like, you're
I
in
might
your
have did it
prime
too,
living your best life and you're complaining about how hard everything is.
So yeah, if you want the working man crap that songwriters try to write, I've worked every shit job you can imagine, including shoveling shit.
Literally.
That should have been fun, huh?
Let me show
Yeah.
you how to squeeze the fish.
Yeah, I shucked oysters for one day.
That's not a euphemism. He literally shucked oysters.
And did you quit?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a smelly, icky job.
Yeah.
It really is.
So anyway, I didn't
Now,
expect you to.
let me ask you this.
I feel like we have to make it our mission to help.
So let me ask you this. So we're 10 albums deep and 100 songs deep. Is Master Cylinder done? Or is there more to the story?
Oh well,
Are you still writing as Master Cylinder, or do you write as Jim Spilios solo now? Where do the
every song I've written is meant to be played by a band,
right? And that's because you're a
And-
rock guy.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's hard.
except for one, but that's and two of the original members, my cousin Jim, the drummer, who is 69, and my cousin John, the guitar player, who is going to be 73 tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
They are still out there and willing.
So have you
Okay.
played with them lately?
No,
No.
haven't for years, but
When's
Put the
last
band
time-
together.
When's the last time you guys played?
74.
You guys need to get together, man.
Yeah.
That's a long
Yeah.
time ago.
And those two guys I love more than anyone in the world, and just to be able to do that with them would be, special. And I couldn't ask for better musicians.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want another guitar
Did
player.
they
or
go on
drummer.
and do anything more with music?
My cousin John, he's always played. He's more of a blues guy, and he plays in like a trio, and he's a painter of some renown in Pennsylvania. He actually had showings and everything, so he's very talented. And Jim, he's running a construction crew, and he's got his drums in the garage and gets some pickup bands occasionally and plays with them. So
You guys need to get together again.
yeah,
You really do.
it would be
Not since
it would be
74.
special if
That's
that
50?
happened.
50?
Yeah.
That's
Need to
50 years.
Need to do a reunion.
Yeah.
And my friend Joe,
You guys could play here at the niche to start off and
Yeah.
then go bigger.
Put the band together.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
the keyboard player will probably be Joe Simon, who's I went to high school with, and he played on the original demo tape from '72.
Nice.
Bass player we'd have to find.
Yeah.
That's always the problem, the bass player.
Yeah, that's true.
Sons of bitchin'
Damn
bass,
bass
player.
players.
All right.
Get that all put together. You give me a call. You playing here?
All right.
There you go.
Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely.
There it is. You heard it here first. You come out to Niche Wine Lounge.
It's booked.
We'll check them out. That's right.
You guys just need to pick a date.
Live, I'm sure we'll do it, but the main thing is getting in the studio. That's where.
Yeah.
But you got to start somewhere. At least having a little reunion practice here would be awesome.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool, Jim.
Well,
It would. Do stuff
one's
from the
in
album.
Pennsylvania, one's in California, one's in Massachusetts.
There's planes.
Fly 'em in.
There's
man.
planes.
Yep. Fly 'em in.
We should do a GoFundMe
Uh-oh,
and get
here
them
comes
here.
Bill.
Is the Q&A part started yet?
Yeah, you can go ahead and ask.
Go
Yeah,
ahead,
what you got,
man.
man?
So, Jim, where do you get most of your inspiration when you write? Because, I mean, you're kind of, I've read your songs and they're kind of across the board on all this stuff. Is it observational or is it something that you read or where do you get that?
It can be anything. A lot of the early songs, I would just sit at the piano or pick up the guitar and just start singing and playing whatever came in my head. Sometimes, like Master Cylinder, was a character in the Felix the Cat cartoons. That's where that came from, but it's got nothing to do with the cartoon. Clockwork Orange was a bowl of fruit. It said, "Eat me" on it. So I wrote a song called "Eat Me," which is about food, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So,
It's like what kind of,
stuff that you see, observational shit and,
Kind-
whatever's going on in your
yeah.
life, whatever pops in your head.
I did some of that eventually. I actually wrote some love songs and breakup songs. But early on, I had no interest in that.
And
That was just came in my mind too, and I was going to do it, but I can't sing.
What's that?
The breakup song.
Oh,
Greg
Just
Kent.
broke up
Greg
about
Kent.
an hour ago. Hey, Patty, Poor Star Lover out there says, I love you, Jim.
so
what'd you say? Porn style love?
Poor Star. It's Andy.
I had another
Andy.
one,
Yeah.
but I'm going to skip to my last question.
All right.
Yeah, man.
And it's if Taylor Swift were to want to buy your work of art, would you sell it to her?
You mean if she wanted to?
She sees one album.
She wants the rights.
And she wants to sing some of it, and she's like, oh, this guy's a great writer. I want to sing some of this stuff. Would you sell it, and what would your price be?
Good question.
Well, I
That's
would
a
get.
great question.
All right, there's a couple prongs on that question.
Well, I'm gonna sit down while
All
you
right.
answer it.
All
all
right.
right?
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah, man.
He's got his beer.
Now, my song is not anything. I couldn't hear her singing any of. Well, maybe there's a few in there. Who
Yeah.
knows? But and I used to be very protective of my songs. When I was recording one in the studio, "The Ugliest Man Alive" from the third album. One of the
His favorite.
studio musicians said, "Do you mind if I play that with my band?" And I said, "Yeah, I mind very much."
Yeah.
Well, I
That's
should have
how-
let him.
That's
you know?
how Zeppelin stole.
Yeah.
Just,
But
you're gonna get Jimmy paged.
at this point, I want to make my own recordings. But if someone else wanted to record them because they liked them, I would be okay with it, and I would get royalties. They don't really have to pay me if Taylor Swift
Even
did
if it's
it.
T Swift,
Yeah.
Yeah.
T Sweezy.
And if she did a crappy job, I could,
sue her.
No, I could just blast her on the internet, right?
Yep.
Good question,
That's why
Bill.
I'm gonna
All right.
do a cover of Dead Heat at some point. I think
I think
So.
you'd sound good doing that.
we'll have fun with it. All right. Sparrow says, "Great question." Yeah, totally. Zen says, "And there it is." Yeah, we had to get our Taylor Swift in.
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. So without that,
No, it'd be cool if anyone had interest in my songs. To me,
Yeah.
at this point,
yeah, that's cool.
Whereas in my old day, I could keep away from me.
Like I say, do
Well,
go out
age
there.
gives you some wisdom, right?
Do go out there to jimspilios.com. Check out all the stuff from Master Cylinder, all of the albums, the screenplays, everything else. We're so proud to have Jim be a part of the show. He's got business cards here. He's gonna be tossing them out into the
Gonna
crowd.
toss them. Get
That's
it?
right. That's good stuff. Yeah. Right here, man.
Hi,
Hi. How's it
my
going?
name is David.
Hi, David.
I have
How
a
are you?
question for Jim.
Yeah.
Jim, I've known you for a while. I've heard you play such a diverse amount of music from the 60s, 70s. You play so well, and I really appreciate what you do. From my heart.
Thank you.
The question is, if you could be in a band with any of the music that you cover from all these different bands, who would you like to play with on stage?
That's another good question.
That is a good question. Thank you, David.
You mean as like being in a band with
What band he would want to be
being
in?
part of a band?
Yeah, a band that already exists. That yeah. Who
Would I
you want?
lose my identity, or just would I be
No, just
jamming with
you
them?
just with those guys, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Any way,
what
any
band
way
would
that
you
you
wanna
want to
be?
take the question.
Yep.
Do they have to be still alive?
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Any band.
That's a tough question because I can't see myself in any of the bands I like because they're all set. You know? Whose place am I going to take? It'd be the Beatles and the Who are my two favorites.
I knew that. I knew that.
I suppose I could play rhythm acoustic guitar in the Who, maybe.
Yeah. That'd be cool. You can
So-
certainly smash your
They'd
instruments
make
like
room
that, Cam.
for you.
So that's
They'd
cool.
make room for you.
That's right.
Well,
Yeah. So as I was saying, we want to thank Jim for always being a part of the show, but especially for being our deep dive this week.
All right.
So thank you so much, my friend.
thank you.
Appreciate you. So, and we'll keep things moving right along. So for Ramble On, we're getting closer to the end of the show, so we'll keep things moving here. For Ramble On, I just want to talk about our favorite moments from the season because we're wrapping season 2. We're heading into season 3. Things always change. We'll probably have some new segments. We'll bring some segments back. Things are going to change. We'll have a new table, possibly at a different height. I don't know. The set will change slightly. Everything's
it's a
going to be different
secret.
going into
It's so
season 3. That's
secretive.
right. We've got secrets going into season 3. I think maybe we will use this table, but the floor will just sink enough that will be lower.
Can I please get this table to go home with me?
Now that
We've
it's
been
scratched
asking
up,
that
I think
for-
this
yeah,
is a
it's
scratch
really-
and dent. So I don't know.
Man,
I don't know if
people
you
are
want this
writing
one.
on it, man.
They are. They are.
Marty can fix it up,
He
right?
can.
That's
Yeah,
right.
fix
There's
it
a
up.
Marty Loves Ted over here. Scratched him with a little heart.
And then there's a Ted Loves Marty
There's
on
a
there.
Ted Loves Marty
With
on the
a
other side.
drawing, you don't want to know.
You don't want to see that? That's some kind of horse. I don't know what's happening. Or as the Irish would say, a horse.
Something like that.
2 fun questions. Nice. Yeah, Zen. Yeah, we got
those were
good
good.
stuff. It's always a good time out here at the knees. Look at the squad over here. This is our squad, man. Look at everybody's looking so good. I really love doing the podcast. I do. It's very
fun.
special. So, like I said, we already talked about when Ellie came on.
Ellie, yep.
Very cool.
Our daughter, not
Yep.
just Marty's.
Nope. That's right. And we got
People
that cool.
keep forgetting about
we
me.
got
I'm
that,
right here.
We got
Right
that
here.
cool picture of Marty and Ted when they were on their retreat, which was really nice. That was kind of cool. We had all of our guests: Boston Bill, British Jim. We had Johnny G come on the show.
Yeah. Matt
So a lot
from
of good stuff.
Boston.
Matt from Boston was here. There's a lot of from Boston's going on.
There's a lot of from Boston.
Boston's one of those places that you can be from. You want to put it in your name. Do you have a favorite? Do you guys have a favorite portion of this season? Something special that happened?
I guess not. Go ahead.
I like.
Okay, yeah, Jim. No,
I-
that's
it
an
was a
honest
couple
answer.
episodes ago when we were.
Jim
on
was not impressed with season 2. That's what I
Well,
just.
when we
learned.
were on the.
no, I actually enjoy doing it in my grumpy old man way.
The wine of the
too.
week, I think was
The
really,
wine of
I
the
didn't
week
like the
was-
wine of the week.
No, I had
But
to
you
think
like it
about
more than Sick Burn, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
either one of those. you know.
So
We'll come up with something.
well, and in order to complain about what we're talking about, we have to think of something too, though, right?
That's the thing. Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Which we have not been very good at that.
No,
We've kind of left.
we
that
don't
on
like
you.
to think.
And this was the first time that one of us wasn't here, and then we weren't here. This is the first time we missed a
Right,
show,
yeah.
and so a lot of things happened this season.
Life kind of happened.
Life happened.
Life
so
happened this season.
Things
yeah.
have been wild, but yeah,
Thinking.
season 2. Yeah, Zen said season 2 was fun. I think so. We had a lot of technical difficulties with the cameras, which we've
Yeah.
now kind of
Yeah.
straightened out. We're working on straightening out. Season 3 is going to be great.
I'd
I
really
think.
love to hear from
I'm looking
people
forward to
who
it.
have been watching us and supporting us, and thank you very much.
Yes.
What they'd like to see.
Yeah, from the patrons, if you're part of our Patreon, or if you follow and rock with
Or
us,
you're
every
right
week,
here.
please, yeah. Do you get any teases for season 3? No, it's going to be a surprise.
'Cause
Season
we
3 is
don't
gonna be a
know.
surprise.
'Cause
Oh, I know. I've got some stuff planned.
See,
but,
you're so secretive.
But we're going to keep it secret, so you're going to have to
You're
tune in.
so secretive.
You're going to have to tune in and see.
You probably
I'm going
told,
to tell you that
probably told Marty.
we are going to take the song of the
Right.
week, where we write a song each week. We're taking that to the next level for next season. I will tell you that we're going to do something really special for next season.
You're gonna have that 11-year-old kid who plays drums in here.
No, JJ is not going to come out. Although I mean, he's fantastic, but we're not set up to record drums
No, I
properly.
know, I
Yeah,
know.
unfortunately.
Is there other
But,
secrets?
Oh, I got all kinds of
I
secrets.
know.
I got secrets.
Do you know?
I do not.
You wouldn't tell me if you did.
I would.
But I do want to thank all of our patrons who rock with us, but I also want to thank all the special guests that we had on, and even our average guests.
Well, I love when people come up and talk.
I do too.
I love when people come up and talk.
It's really nice to have that interaction
That
with
is.
people.
And there's a lot of people here tonight.
Because it's a
so-
community show, and we're able to build it off of the community. So without you all, none of this would be possible.
But
So I
I'm
wanna
hoping
thank
people
everybody.
tell us what they'd like to see.
Yeah. So please go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com. I'll throw that up on the screen right now for those of you watching.
What I like more about this season is you let us go off topic a little bit more.
Yeah, I think it was more natural. I think
Yeah, and you
things had
let
a
me
bit of a
kind of
flow
not
to it.
always just talk about music, so I appreciate that.
She was like, vagina.
That was one of my favorite parts because it embarrassed you guys so much.
Ooh, you got
Like
me with
all
that
the
one.
guys turned red and all the
You got
girls
me
were like,
with that
"What? Who
Yep.
cares?"
But yeah, you can go over to MaverickRoseMusic.com. Shoot us an email. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like.
Because
all that
guys
good stuff.
really don't know what's going on down there.
I know.
So.
That's true.
I know.
Yep. And thanks
you
for
guys
throwing
don't
that in
wanna
the chat
know.
there, Zen.
Well-
Appreciate it.
Not really. Not like the details.
That's right.
You just want that.
Hey, what's up, Marty?
I kind of know what's going on.
Oh,
Yes, you do, my lord.
No, I just want to say, hey, thanks for
for
a great
you.
season 2.
Yeah, thank you.
To Maverick Rose and my love Darcy, and to Jim the Master Cylinder. And I'll say, as
Shout out to Ted back there
Shout
too
out to
for
Ted
hosting
from
us.
Niche
Without
Wine
him,
Lounge.
none of this would be possible.
Yeah, so no, great season 2, and look forward to a season 3, and Maverick, continuing to promote this and make this even better and better and better. And to my love, to your point, yes, getting more people involved with it and having so much fun. And please share your feedback. And to Jim, what I'd like to see from you is a little less wit.
I can do
No,
that.
actually,
No,
Jim.
we don't want to see that.
Jim, it would actually be great to hear more of your originals on this show. And I think as someone who's written so many songs,
Yep.
Hearing an original somehow involved, incorporated into this might be a fun thing. And I know you do that a lot live out among here in Niche Wine Lounge
Yep.
and other places.
Amongst the people.
And it's just fantastic. And your body of work has not gone unnoticed because we think we know that song from forever ago because you play it and it hits our heart. So
That's right.
Anyway,
It's good stuff.
Great season 2, and
Thank
I'll
you.
let you wrap it up.
Yeah, yeah. Going
Thank
on
you.
into season 3.
Well, and
I
I think
appreciate that, but I'm a little
Thank you, Marty.
uncomfortable taking focus
know.
on, it's just a.
but he meant that.
I know. I
He meant that
appreciate it.
sincerely.
Absolutely.
And I think we ought to just talk about how we'll be more active on social media.
Yeah, and I think one of the important things too is if you enjoy the content that we put out here, just tell a friend. Just tell a friend. Share it to one other person. Just tell somebody else that you know. Say, hey, I rock with these guys.
Right.
Let's and girl. Let's make it
part of the
happen.
guys.
Let's
I'm
make
part
it.
of the
You are
guys.
part of the guys. You're part of the guys. Sparrow says no. Jim's wit is spectacular. Please keep the wit. Yeah,
He was
people
kidding.
love Jim. Jim's got a whole fan club
Thank
out
you,
there, man.
Sparrow.
Jim and the Jimettes.
We should just start that fan club. Oh, I'm a big.
That's right.
Can I be president?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you know I love
We
you.
gotta get some pins
This
with
wouldn't
Jim's
work
logo
without
on it.
you guys. I mean, so
I think we have a good bond and chemistry.
We're
Yeah.
family, baby.
And
We're
I
part
think
of
the
the
interesting thing
the
is you
Music
and I
Hour
didn't really
family.
know each other
no, not
prior
very
to
well.
the beginning, not very well prior to the beginning, and
Yeah.
I can't have anything without you now. I mean, I stalk you on Facebook. I look at everything. So yeah, and Maverick, I always have. You've been around with us for a while too.
Yeah.
And Maverick's the engine that's running this thing. He
Yes.
does all the equipment and setup and,
And Zen.
planning. And,
Zen.
I just stroll in with my bon mots. That ain't even the right word, but I like it. No, bon mot is right.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me be a part of it because as a non-musician, I wasn't sure how I would be part of this.
If there were 3 musicians
course.
up here, this would be insufferable.
It would, yeah. No, you provide such a wonderful
borderline
catalyst,
as it
yeah.
Well, I thank you guys. Thank you.
Zen says all of you make it work. With anyone gone, it just wouldn't be the same. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Absolutely. So really quick, because we are up against the clock right now because we're getting ready to be moving over into the radio show. But before we do that, I want to shout out PawFicMatch.org. They are the local rescue here that we work with. We work very hard to try to get dogs adopted, rescued. All of the shelters are full.
Fostered.
All of the rescues are full. So do
So
what you
full.
can. Please reach out to them over at pawficmatch.org. They have all types of adoptable dogs. If you can't adopt, please foster. If you can't foster, then please consider donating. If you're not able to donate, then please volunteer your time.
Always spay and neuter.
And always spay and neuter.
Spay and neuter.
And adopt, don't shop. So
Always.
check them out. There are all kinds of ways to get interacted. And if you are not local or you are not able to work with them, there are all types of shelters and rescues around the country that are reputable. Look into them, do the thing. All right. So, yeah, shout out to them. Whoa, speaking
That
of dogs.
scared me.
That's Bud out there doing his thing.
He's clapping for you, Jim. That was for you.
So, Jim,
Shouting out.
Yeah.
I would like you to do something from our deep dive of the week, if you would. If you would honor me with playing the Firefly Brigade, please.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
So actually, this has some North Carolina relevance.
This is my first favorite song from Jim. It's harder now for me to pick as I've heard more of his catalog, but this is the first one that I really connected with. It's very special to me.
So I wrote the first verse.
Sparrow, really quick, Sparrow says she loves hearing your take on things, Darcy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so sweet. I appreciate that. It's my first comment.
Yeah, there you go.
I wrote the first verse about 40 years ago. It was just a short little 1-minute song, and I liked it as it was. And I came down here. I was recording with my friend in Fuquay Arena, and he said, "Why don't you write 2 more verses?" I said, No, it's just it is what it is. But then when I went home, I wrote 2 more verses.
Wow.
It's perfect.
And it's like I don't know what it's about. Sometimes the words just come, and sometimes that's the best way to do it.
And do you remember them now?
Oh, do I remember them? Oh yeah.
He's going to do it right now.
Who's tapping on my shade? It's just the rhythm of the Firefly Brigade. Who knows what's going on? It's here today and then tomorrow it's all gone. Southeast New England. What was I thinking? What sound makes you afraid? Is it the rhythm of the Firefly Brigade? What finally tipped your hand? Or were you joking when you said that love was grand? North Carolina, that's where I'll find her. We'll see. Where was the last parade? Is this the finish for the Firefly Brigade? Where did the fault line crack? Once you cross over, there is just no turning back. Oh, west of the Rockies. Damn it, I lost my car key.
That's the Firefly Brigade right there.
Thank you.
Master Cylinder out here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that
nice.
with us, Jim. So,
I liked that.
Sparrow says that was beautiful. Applause and a
Thanks,
heart
Sparrow.
emoji. Jeff Veely out there says, shout out to Darcy.
Jeff?
Yeah. So see, you got fans. Everybody's got fans out
Appreciate
there.
that.
I say that, I don't know, but
Yeah.
you two got fans out there. So we
You have
like that.
you.
I got my
lots
name.
and
I got
lots
my
of
name on the
fans.
sign, so I'm fine. I don't-
You're good.
yeah,
Everyone loves Maverick.
I don't know about all that, but
Everyone loves Mav.
me and Bud get on anyway. So I want to thank everybody for being here. Again, we will not have a podcast next week. You can always go back and watch the previous podcasts on YouTube where we're live streaming right now. So you
Or
can just go
Patreon.
check. Yep.
Patreon.
Or over at patreon.com/the Maverick Rose Music Hour. We got all kinds of behind the scenes content, everything. These buttons here, we still have a few left, not many. We got a few left. So anybody who signs up for our Patreon at any of the paid tier levels, we will give you one of these founder buttons, which is the logo from the show. When they're gone, they're gone. That's it.
They're gone.
We'll be heading on into season 3 the next time that we see you, which will be the first week of August. And we will be here on
What's
location.
the date? Do we know?
It is the first Monday in August.
Okay.
I
don't know.
Not sure of the date.
I'll be here.
The first, second, something like that. Third.
Fifth?
One date.
We'll know it'll be a Monday.
It'll be the first Monday in August.
I'm
We'll
gonna
be
look it
back.
up.
Yeah. Okay, Darcy's going to look it up now, which is fantastic for us, so we appreciate that. But anyway, in the meantime, in between time, thank you all so much for rocking with us. Big shout out to Ted here at Niche Wine Lounge, our new bartender, Brandon, who is taking care of everybody. Thank you to all of our guests. Thank you to Marty, Bud. What's
August
today?
5th.
August 5th. August 5th, we will be back.
Yeah.
So in the meantime, you can get caught up if there are some that you missed. Go back and check those out.
And keep
'Cause we're all
sending
over the
any
place.
thoughts
Wait
or
a minute.
ideas.
August 5th, there's a Munsters Marathon on TV.
So Jim may or may not be here
Damn
on
it.
this. No, that's not true.
Well, you
He'll
could
be
use
here.
your
Jim will be
VCR
here.
to
That's
record
right.
it.
That's right. You can record on your VCR. If you are listening on the radio, stay tuned. We are live on WCOM-LP out of Chapel Hill and Carborough. That's 103.5 FM on the dial, WCOMFM.org. You're listening to Retro Rewind. Maverick Rose Music Hour is part of Retro Rewind. Thank you all on YouTube, on
you.
Spotify, on iTunes, wherever you are checking us out. And thank you to our patrons again. Thanks, Zen. We appreciate you, man. Without you, none
Thank
of this
you,
would be
Zen.
possible.
Thank
Big shout out
you.
to